We discussed the changes, didn't we, to VAR yesterday. Let's focus more on the offside changes that will be implemented in the Premier League for the start of the new season. On marginal offsides, we've now effectively reintroduced the benefit of the doubt to the attacking player. Where we have a really close offside decision, we carry on following the same process that we did last season with the 1 pixel lines. We'll then put on a thicker broadcast line, and where they overlap, those situations will now be deemed as onside. So what we'll give back to the game is 20 goals that we would have disallowed last season by using quite forensic scrutiny. So it's the toenails, the noses of the players who are offside. They might have been offside last season, but next season they won't be. Stevie, I'm drawn to you because I think out of everybody, you were the main voice of someone who didn't have a problem with those marginal offsides.
No, and I understand what they're trying to do. I understand that they're trying to get more goals, that they think that the league has lost. But they're going about it completely the wrong way, surely. Why don't you just make it simpler and it's somebody's foot? And that's it. Now, yes, there will be some marginal decisions, but that'll be minimal. This whole nonsense. So they're going to cover one line with another line, so then if the line goes over here, if that's not moved properly across the other side, then they move the other. It's like...
But it's worked in other leagues, hasn't it? That's the thing. It's this scrutiny and this forensic kind of, as he mentioned, the armpit, the toenail, you know, the eyelash.
I just think there's easier ways to get rid of that.
Right.
Without complicating that a little more. It sounds complicated to me.
Well, Don, do you like it?
I do like it, Dan, in all honesty, but I'm a little bit confused in terms of, you know, if it's marginal, then they're going to give the benefit to the attacker. But what's marginal? Is that an inch? Is that 2 inches?
It's the thickness of the line, isn't it? If the lines touch, as as we saw in some of the games last season, if they touch...
So now you've got to make everybody happy with the thickness of the line.
Yes.
So now everybody's going to complain, well, the line's too thick, the line should be thinner. Yeah, but if it's too thin, then we'll be able to do this. So, as I said, there's easier ways of doing it, and the easiest one is the toe. The boot, it's easy, it's straightforward. Nobody can complain about it. Now you're just opening yourself up for more arguments. How thick is the line? That's the first question.
Everyone complained last year. If you go on your theory, it'll be, but the toe, where are you measuring the boot? You know, it's inevitable. With this, there's going to be scrutiny, isn't there?
Listen, there will be scrutiny because of the technology and because human beings are involved. There will be errors made. And what you're trying to do here is reduce that or increase that margin of error in a way that benefits strikers, benefits goals, and in their minds, benefits the game. Here's my issue. VAR was introduced by FIFA for the 2018 World Cup, and it worked wonderfully well, albeit a smaller sample size. The Premier League then went about confusing everything about it. And now they're trying to undo their confusion by confusing us a little bit more, which I do not understand. So while I applaud some efforts to correct how things have gone, it's of their own making, and for me, we should never have been having these discussions, but...
At least they've realised the error of their ways.
Well, yeah, albeit 3 years later, we're now finally moving in the right direction. I don't know if anybody expects a pat on the back for that, but please, just tidy this up because it's been an absolute mess.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be all sorted, no discussion.
We will have absolutely no arguments whatsoever.
Never again.
There'll be no arguments this season.
No issues. None. Don, what are they saying about this in England?
I think everyone's like Shaka. Everyone's sort of waiting to see how it's going to unfold and what happens in the early games of the season. I think it's a good thing that we're getting the goals back in the game. You know, the Premier League and Mike Riley's identified a possible 20 incidents that would have, you know, excited the fans more and the attacking players would benefit. So these are good things, I think, that's going to be, you know, implemented this season, where it might be a little bit easier for the referees. I'm pretty sure of that. I still will champion, you know, Stevie's talking about different ideas. I'll still champion if there's no line whatsoever and you use, you know, an offside
don't
scenario, and you just look.
No.
I got my way down.
No, don't leave it,
Dan, I got my way. I got my way with the handball. I got my way with the handball last season. That was relaxed and that was a good thing. If there's no lines on the pitch and you judge it with your naked eye, is he offside? Yeah, he's a
That's
mile
why
off.
we needed
He's a
VAR in
mile
the
off. He's
first
offside.
place. Because the naked eye was
No, but
hopeless.
just take the lines off.
I've never heard
I've
heard that from Don.
I saw the
Explain it a little
Euros
bit
in the
more, Don.
summer.
The naked eye.
I saw the Euros in the summer.
Obsessed with the naked eye. Why use lines?
The naked eye was the problem to start with.
I saw the Euros in the summer and I thought it was fantastic.
But they use lines in the Euros.
I know, but we trusted them. We didn't see a whole lot of replays of lines. We just sort of, oh, that's been given offside because of, and I sort of trusted the process. I trusted them. I didn't really need to see it. So I think Mike Riley's done the right thing, and I'm excited how it's going to pan out this season.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.